Good morning everyone, it's me as always, BigFriendlyWarGamer, or Gareth to everyone who knows me. I'm going to do another weekly sit and paint. This is actually the one before I reached my 6 months of videos. Yeah, I'm considering doing a little bit of a silly giveaway for next week, but maybe not, we'll see. So we're going to do what we all normally do. I'm going to show you what I'm painting, what I've got on my desk. And at the moment this mostly consists of Chaos Demons. We have 2 completed bloodletters who are like that. We have another 8 which are starting to be painted. I'll just turn the lens of the camera around so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. We have 4 blue horrors who are little gribblies from Silver Tower. We have my 5 Necron warriors who are the last 5 I've got to finish for my army. They're undercoated, that's it. Various other models on my desk, my demon princes, both of them. We've got the one with wings and an axe. We've got the one with no wings and his big sword and his rather weird posed hand. And yeah, basically today I'm mostly going to be focusing on the blue horrors, I think. I may do some work on the Necron warriors as well, because I think I'll get these finished this weekend. Last week's been fairly good. I painted 5 Necron warriors. I finished Tweak and Blot, the 2 Chaos Familiars I was working on last week. And I finished the 2 bloodletters, so I'm actually doing quite well for the month. I'm on 9 so far, and it's only the 8th. So I'm aiming to get up to the 100 mark this month. I'm currently on 79, I believe. No, I'm not. I'm on way past that. I'll figure it out later. I think I worked out I've got 14 models still to paint for the month, and then I'll hit the 100. Because I've done 9 so far, and I was 3 short last month. Yeah, so yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm just going to start painting, and I talk about my week like I usually do. And the week's been okay. It's I was working again. I know last week, brush needs more wash. Last week was quite a short video purely because I was feeling a bit frustrated, so I just didn't paint a lot. And then turned out that during the week I actually painted quite a lot. We've got more information back about what's happening with the Battle of Britain Club. Although not a hell of a lot, because no one seems to be actually communicating. The club are communicating with us, and we're communicating with the club, but no one, their management company aren't communicating with them. So it's hard to get proper information. They're holding a meeting next Wednesday, which is the 16th, I think it is. And if you're a BattleUX member, or a member of any club that uses the Battle of Britain Club, they want as many people down there as possible. They want to pack the place. I know members of the Dice Club will be there, because that's their normal night, the Wednesday night. I'm going to try and be there with a couple of other elders. And we want anyone from the club who wants to come down. It might be an hour, it might be a bit more, and then you can always sit in with the Dice Club afterwards and play some board games. So yeah, we will. We want as many people down there as possible. The club yesterday. It was Bank Holiday Monday. It was a hot day. It was actually quite nice in there, purely because all the doors were open. There was a nice breeze blowing through the place. That was quite nice, but we only had 14 members down, but it's okay. I got 3 games played, and the first game was the big Horus Heresy game, and it was 3 loyalists versus 3 traitor legions. Me playing my world eaters, as I always do, because they're the only heresy army I own. And although my army was pretty much dead at the end, I had 2 tanks and 3 troops left alive. We won the game. I think my lamp's flickering. That's not good. Okay, I'll carry on painting anyway. So yeah, it was a good game, very close. The traitors won it just in the end. But yeah, it was a very close game. I believe all the Primarchs died, or did they all die? I can't remember. Yes, they did. All 4 Primarchs died. 4 Primarchs. I think there was 4 on the battlefield anyway. Angron died in glorious combat to Valdor, or the Custodes. Angron was already wounded. His Red Butcher squad had taken a fair few casualties, and got charged by the Custodes. Angron then proceeded to got charged by Custodes and Iron Hands at the same time, my lad. He challenged everyone that he could. He proceeded to butcher both of the Iron Hands, and then went on to destroy the Custode squad and kill Valdor, and left the Red Butchers alive. There was 2 Red Butchers alive, the Devourer and one of the Power Axe guys. So the thing was, by that point, they were out on a limb. They couldn't really do anything, so it was just deny them the kill point for killing the Butchers. So they kind of jumped back in their Spartan. The Spartan, I don't think anyone shot at it the whole game. It just ran up the middle of the board, disembarked its troops, and then started blazing away with its las cannons like it does. So yeah, very good game. My Assault Marines had a bit of a poor showing, but it's okay. Unfortunately, all my reserves come in turn 2, which I don't like. I like them to be delayed till later on, so that basically, come the end of the game, there's not many troop choices around. So the Assault Marines basically get their pick of targets then. I did manage to get 3 Assault Marines charge a squad of 5 Tactical Marines. The Assault Marines killed all of them. The Tactical Marines killed 1 Assault Marine, which was quite pleasing. So yeah. But yeah, apart from that, the week's been fairly quiet. There was football on Friday night, so I didn't get to see that. There was no Formula 1, so didn't watch any sport. Although I started playing my PlayStation again. I bought Assassin's Creed Origins ages ago, probably before Christmas, and totally forgot I actually bought it. And I just, after I'd gone for a walk on Saturday, I did a bit of painting, which was a bit of a struggle. I kind of was quite tired. Because I went out, it was like 26 or 27 degrees when I went out for a walk. Like at the moment it is quite warm as well. It's 17 degrees at the moment, it reckons, but I think it's warmer than that. Yeah, London's hot at the moment. Apparently it's supposed to get cooler during the week, but we'll see. Like, weather people can't ever tell the weather. But yeah, it's been a good weekend. And then I'm back to work tonight as usual. The work never ends. I really wish it would sometimes, but there you go. So yeah, so 4 nights at work this week, like I always have. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to paint. It's quite. I find it difficult to paint in this warm weather, especially because I have to have my lights on. I have my lamp on. It gets quite warm, and obviously if I'm doing this video, I can't have my fan on because you wouldn't be able to hear me. My fan is literally right behind the camera. So yeah, see what I do. I didn't even remember to bring my water up. Yeah, it's okay, because at some point I'm gonna have to stop the video because I've got to put shopping away when my mum gets home. Yeah, that's okay. So with this blue horror, I'm literally just layering him. He's quite easy to do because he's got quite defined muscles for a little weedy horror. He's probably got bigger muscles than I have, but anyway, it's a bit weird. I always thought that was a bit weird though with some of the Games Workshop stuff. You get the really weak guys and they've got quite defined muscles. Like horrors are probably weaker than your average human. But yet they have like bulging muscles everywhere. It seems to be a feature of Games Workshop's models to have defined muscles, and like it's not normal. Even like from time to time they've done like pot-bellied guys, overweight humans and stuff. They have like big muscly arms. It's like, okay. Sometimes a fat guy is just a fat guy. But anyway. So yeah, so this horror, I don't normally paint. Let's adjust this camera. I've got the camera angle a bit wrong. There we go. Right, I don't normally paint Chaos models. I know I have been a little bit because I've started a Corn Army, and these guys are from Silver Tower. Silver Tower is a board game. It's not a tabletop board game, and basically it is a big mixture of different models. So it's the ideal thing if you want a collection of models. If you want to buy some random stuff just for some nice models to paint, Silver Tower is awesome. It's like I said, they're all unique models that you can't get those specific models anywhere else except for 1 or 2 of them, and they're all quite different from each other. So you got blue horrors, you got pink horrors, you've got the brimstone horrors, who are basically, once you kill the pink one, becomes 2 blue. Once you kill the blue, they become 2 brimstones, and like that. They basically split and they divide. But stuff like the Zangors are really nice models as well. The Karak Acolytes are really nice. You've got the big ogre guy, who I'm not even going to try and pronounce what he's actually called because I can't. And you've got the Gaunt Summoner. You've got the 2 Skaven Death Runners, I believe they're called, who apparently there's only one. It's he has a rule when he's put on the table. There's 2 models of him. One of them's a fake model, and you don't find out which one is which until you kill one. So if you kill the real one, then the other one disappears. If you kill the fake one, then the real one's still there. So it's a nice little mechanic. It throws people off quite a lot. To be honest, I've not come up against him in Silver Tower yet. Although saying that, I've only played like maybe 5 or 6 games of it, and all of it's been the starter mission, the first one, because I'm trying to teach other people how to play it, so I keep restarting it. Don't want to make people jump into a hard quest, so I keep starting the same one. But yeah, Silver Tower is really good. It's a big box of like different models, just like Shadows over Hammerhall. There's the other Warhammer Quest game, that is as well, but Silver Tower is the better set, I think. And that's why I'm painting them, because I wanted to mix things up a little bit. Like, painting armies is fine, but from time to time you just want to have something a bit different, and not having like 15 of the same model in the Silver Tower box, I like that. So even say like there's 8 Karak Acolytes, I think. There's basically 4 different poses, so you get 2 of each pose. And all of them have different weapon options. So yeah, I think it's quite cool. They're not multi-part kits. They are multi-part kits. They're not kits where you have options and stuff. They are build it like this sort of kits, which is cool as well, because sometimes it's just nice building straight out of the box. Don't have to convert and kit bash every single model you have. I don't anyway. I'll build a lot out of the box, but one thing I did get at the weekend, I got my Chaos Blood Bowl team. They're the first team that I've actually been really wanting to actually get my teeth into. My Blood Bowl team when I was playing regularly was undead. Just generic undead, so you have like the mummies, the wraiths, the wights, the ghouls, the skeletons and zombies. I know the team quite well, but I've wanted to play a Chaos team for a while, and they announced them the other weekend, so I pre-ordered them and they got delivered Saturday. So pretty cool. I'm yet to actually do anything on them. I haven't built them or anything because I couldn't actually find my clippers. I'd misplaced my clippers on my mould line scraper, so I hadn't started them. But yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get on them this week. May not, but I hope I will. Now I know at some point I'm going to get interrupted while doing this, so I will have to stop and take a phone call, and then come back to this video at a bit later. It shouldn't be too much later. Basically it'll be after lunch and after I put the shopping away, which shopping, yeah. But yeah, hopefully this will go up on Wednesday. I'm hoping the weather's going to calm down a little bit, just get a bit cooler, but who knows what the weather's ever going to do. So yeah, I'm definitely, I want to go to the meeting next Wednesday at the club. Like I said, I've got to try and book the night off work first. It shouldn't be a problem. If it had been this week, I think it would have been a problem, but it's next week, so it should be fine. I might even ask someone to cover me, switch shifts with me, so I can actually not book the day off. But I won't be able to ask him till Thursday when he's on shift. But we'll see. he might have plans, I don't know. But yeah, it's frustrating that we're not getting information from people with the club. And like I said, it's not the people who run the place, it's not their fault. It's the people that are actually putting the action into motion. They're not communicating. They seem to think it's a cut and dry deal, but yet they haven't said this to any of the councillors. They don't know anything about any of this. They do now, because the club have been on it. It just seems to me like everything's been done a bit underhand, a bit on the sneaky. So like try and slip it under the radar and get it done before anyone realises what's going on. And then, like these development companies seem to do, is before anyone jumps on it and stops them, they demolish the place. It seems to have happened around here a lot, and I really hope it doesn't happen to the BattleUX Club. Yep, my lamps looks like they're going to be... I think the bulb's going to go now. I've got bright blotches in front of my eyes, which isn't a good thing when you're trying to paint. But to be fair, that lamp, this one that I've got on my desk at the moment, those bulbs have been in there. They're the old like ceramic, I call them wavy bulbs. They're the old, like really old energy saving ones. Like they've been in that lamp for like 15 years, probably longer. Like, fair enough, there was a period of time when I didn't use them, and I'm never going to get the same bulbs again, because now energy saving bulbs seem to die left, right and centre. But yeah. Right, so that's 2 done. I'm going to stop the video there. I'm pretty sure I've got to do some shopping, packing away in a minute. But I'm also hungry, so I'm going to have some lunch. So I'll be back in a bit. Hi again. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been away for a couple of hours. I had stuff to do. I'm going to carry on painting. No idea what I talked about before, but I'm going to try and do another half hour or so. Yeah. So I've got 2 of the blue horrors layered now. Let's start on the other 2. I've actually got some water with me now because it's getting a bit warm. And generally speaking, I don't like painting in this weather, but I'm quite determined to carry on doing these videos, so yeah. So yeah, I've only got 5 warriors to finish now for the tournament next month. So I've still got about 5 weeks, I think, or 5.5 weeks. So I should easily get them done. And I've got to do the 2 Doomsday arcs as well. One of them's mostly finished, so it shouldn't take that long to do. The other one's only partially done, base coated more or less, but yeah, it should be okay. I should get them done. So I'm thinking about, I want to get building some of my Forge World stuff, because when the weather's like this, I can't sit in front of my desk for too long and paint, because like the lamp gets hot. I've got to have my lights on while I paint, because my room's quite a dark room. So it does warm up in here quite a lot, and as you can see, the wallpaper that I've got, which has been here for quite a while, kind of reflects the heat, so it does get fairly warm in here. So yeah, so next week I may do a set and build, maybe build my Chaos Blood Bowl team, but we'll see. Maybe I'll probably end up painting, because apparently the weather's it's going to get a bit colder again. So Well, this is generally why I'm less productive with my painting during the summer. It's just it's just too hot to sit and paint, but I might be able to push through. So next week I'm considering doing a little video about the club, and to put it up on my YouTube channel. We're still, like I said, we're still pushing to get the club kept at what it is. So I'm going to do a little video documentary thing just for myself. Well, not for myself, for anyone that wants to watch it, really. About what the club means to us, what the club means to local people. It's like these people that are trying to tear it down or do whatever they're going to do with it, reclaim the land, they keep saying. They, from what I can see, they have one intention, is to tear it down. And because apparently the local community there, the new estate that's gone up, so all the new people that have moved in, they're complaining it's too noisy. Okay, it's a venue for holding music gigs and stuff. And so they should have considered this before they built a housing estate right next to it. So it's like building a house next to this really old tree, and then going, oh, do you know what, that tree that blocks all our light, how dare they have put that tree there. Fair enough, it's slightly different because you're ripping a tree down, but you know what I mean. But this is a protected, well, it should be a protected building, and it's not, but we may be able to get that done. Yeah, so it's just a case of we're going to keep fighting. And we've looked at other places we could hold the club. One option, which I'm not a fan of, is to moving it to a location where we can only get Friday night. Obviously I can't do that because my working shift. That would mean I never get to go to the club again. So I'm gonna strongly vote against that. Yeah, I think it needs to be on Monday nights. Whether we stay where we are or we move, it needs to be the same days, same Mondays. We need storage space, and we need it to be local to Uxbridge still, so it's still local to everyone. I mean, it's not particularly local to me, really. I've got an hour on 2 buses to get there, but I don't care, it's fine. This weather with buses isn't particularly fun, but it's okay. Especially because London bus drivers, for some reason, only turn the heating on during the fucking winter. Me swearing again. I said I'd try to stop that, but there we go. But they do. All through the winter there was no heating on the buses, and then summer comes round and they crank the heating up. Figure that out. That's all. London's all kind of screwed up anyway. Like, people outside like saying about how London's a fantastic place and whatever, but what you don't see is, like, you see London and you think Big Ben, Houses of Parliament and Buckingham Palace and whatever, and like the residential places, oh, wow, some of it's so run down. You should get, like, the other day I was can't remember where I was going. I was walking along the street. Oh, when I was out walking on Saturday, you had car go over a pothole and literally lost his exhaust. Like, the roads are terrible. Doesn't mean much to me really because I don't drive, but it's not the point. It's we pay our council tax to get roads fixed and all that, and they don't do it. But yeah, politics is all kind of shit anyway. Can we swear it again? Yeah. So this guy is close to being like having his first layer done. Just doing his hands now, and he's got one more tentacle or bit of hair or whatever it is. I'm not sure with these blue horrors. They could be a bit of anything. And I think that's him. No, not quite. There we go. Okay, so number 3 done. So one more. And basically what I've got to do is I've got another layer to put on them. It's just going to be like edge highlighting them, kind of. And then I'm going to give them a glaze so they stand out a little bit more. I don't know what colour I'm going to glaze them though, because the blue glaze that I've got is a bit too dark. So I might make a glaze out of a really bright blue. Maybe Baroff blue. Oh, I'll see. We will see. See, that's the thing with painting. Sometimes you follow guides. Like I kind of like am with these. And other times you put your own little bit of a spin on it as well, which I may do with these. It depends how they look when I've finished the next layer. I'm on camera. Oh, whatever. It's difficult to keep painting on camera, especially when you're trying to do close-up work. Again, like I've probably said 100 times, my tripod's not great. I can't adjust it very much. It doesn't go very tall. The ideal thing would be to have it over the shoulder camera. So I'm gonna have to look at a new tripod in the next few weeks or so. But I don't know. So yeah, it's actually my dad's birthday today. And I know he won't watch this, so there's no point in me saying happy birthday to him on here because he doesn't watch it. Yeah, he's retiring at the end of next month from 4 years of working at British Airways. Kind of been forced to retire, but I think he's happy to do it now because he's had enough. Just companies in Britain just take advantage of everyone now. Like the companies have no loyalty to their staff, but they expect loyalty from their staff. It's just all kind of. I mean, I work in the same kind of industry as my dad. We're all linked to the airport. So I work in air freight. My dad works in helping people with their passenger problems, and like I see the same things that my dad sees about the airport. Is kind of it's not a nice place to work. It's really not a nice place to work. They just take advantage of people. Like they will literally, especially like the company I work for, they will run you into the ground, and then when you make a mistake because of how tired you are or whatever, they will pin you to the wall. That's not good man management. Like I know this. I've never done management courses or anything like that, but it's got so bad now. So I want to start a bit of a discussion on YouTube or Instagram or anything like this. Basically, what do you do to stop yourself from being distracted by painting, but distracted by other things when you want to paint? Like, with me, I try to set myself a set time that I paint. Like I try to do with my videos. When I record these, I'm like, okay, so this is the time I'm going to record it. It takes forever to upload and render to my computer, so I have to kind of like leave it overnight to upload, or do it the next day. But there's sometimes, like especially today was a good one. Having to wait around for other people to sort themselves out is frustrating. Like when I was going with my counselling sessions, one of the things was to set yourself a routine. Something I'd never really bothered doing. I just do what I felt like doing and all that kind of, you know what I mean? It's just spur of the moment. I was always a spur of the moment person. Just if I felt like doing this, I did it. If I felt like doing that or whatever. I'm trying to give myself routines, and it's really difficult when you've got other people around you that affect you so much. And I know we've all got other people around us, but what can I say? It's it can get quite frustrating. So I don't want to give an example because, like today, for instance, but basically I was told that someone was going to do something at a certain time, and I gave them a call to see where they were, and they hadn't even started doing what they were doing, so everything was kind of thrown out of whack. I know it's human nature and it's natural and whatever, but it's so fucking frustrating. And the thing is, the person that did this is always moaning that their life is dictated by other people and whatever, and she doesn't realise, I've said she now, doesn't realise how much she affects other people as well. But yeah, it's just frustrating. And like I said, I know other people have their lives to live and blah blah blah. It's just when you're trying to get a routine, get yourself back together, so to speak, to have someone that is constantly disrupted, it's quite frustrating. But enough of that. No more rant. Okay. So this guy's nearly done. I think what I'm going to do, I should really start on those Necrons, but I just don't think I'll get much of them done because I'm not motivated to do it. This is what I'm saying about motivation to paint. I mean, I've got the motivation because I know I need to paint while I'm doing the videos, and that's fine. But like for example, I keep looking at the Doomsday Arcs for my Necron army for my tournament list, and like they're just screaming at me to be painted, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to, really don't want to. So it's not that I don't want to, they're frustrating models to paint. And because I've been using them for games, they're now fully built, and it makes them harder to paint. But I know at some point I've got to tackle them, and I will, I hope, but we'll see. So I'm going to say we'll have another 10 minutes or so. I'm going to show you a few things that I've either built or I've got in the pipeline of what I want to build, because the train of plastic stuff never stops. So what we have, number one, is my new Necron flyer, which is this guy here. It's called a Night Shroud Bomber. It's quite a big model. It's Forge World. Some of it's plastic, you can tell by the darker grey plastic. And I'm going to enter this. This actually needs a bit of sanding off. Let's get my file. I'm going to enter this to the painting competition, I think. That's not going to come off at that angle. Oh well, I'll sort that out later. So that's my Night Shroud Bomber. It's in game terms, it's not particularly great, but it's a nice model. This guy here is called a Tyrannocyte. It's basically like it's a Tyrannid model, and it's a big drop pod. It holds troops in it, and it drops from orbit and disengorges troops on the battlefield. Again, another big model, and not going to be easy to paint, but be an interesting challenge. I have this guy, who is still in bits at the moment. Is he missing pieces? No, I don't think he is. So this guy here, a bit shiny, but he's okay. This Lehman Russ, he's a Primarch. He's the Space Wolf Primarch. Again, he needs a bit of cleaning up, but I think okay. He's just a model that I want to paint. I've got to finish building him first, obviously, but we will get there. And lastly, we have these guys. So these are my Chaos Blood Bowl team, the team I was saying about before, that I couldn't find my clippers, so I haven't started building them. These are plastic models. They come like this. From what I gather, it's two spewers of exactly the same. Yeah, they are. And basically what it will do, it will make, it's a little bit annoying, the transfers are all creased, but I don't use transfers, whatever. It makes 4 Chaos Warriors and I want to say 6 Beastmen. Let's have a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Chaos Warriors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Beastmen. Yeah, that's right, 12 players. So next week I may sit in front of the camera and build these, because I want to get started to paint them. I would love to play Blood Bowl, basically. Blood Bowl is the fantasy football game with elves and dwarfs and orcs and stuff. A lot of fun. It can be quite frustrating, but yeah, it's I think it's a lot of fun. Have a bit of a drink. Or the last of my drink even. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. It's a little bit of a short video, but yeah, like I said, the heat is kind of making me not want to paint, and the frustration of what I was saying earlier, but there you go. So yeah, so thank you for listening or watching or whatever you do with this. Like I said, I'm considering doing a little bit of a giveaway to anyone who follows me, but this will be spread out on Instagram and Facebook as well, and it may include a little nice giveaway, but we will see. So yeah, So thank you for watching, and here's to 6 months of Big Friendly Wargamer. I will catch you all soon. Goodbye.